Hi, I'm Kenny Anderson, Director of Multicultural Affairs for the City of Huntsville, and welcome to Impact. Each week we bring you information about exciting things that are happening right here in this community, and today will be no different. We often have an opportunity to check in with our friends at Christian Women's Job Corps, an organization that's making a huge impact in the lives of women in Madison County. And to talk to us today about what's been going on lately with this organization and one of their signature events that's coming up is the executive director. She's none other than Elaine Dickson. Elaine, welcome back to the broadcast.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Always good to have you here, and we know that you always got some great things going on, but I think it would be appropriate for us to start from the beginning, as we do often, when people may not have heard about Christian Women's Job Corps before. So tell us a little something about what CWJC is.
Well, basically, we are a free job readiness program for women. We work with women in some basic life skills and some skills like computers, things that would help them have a more competitive edge as they go into the job market to try to locate, secure a job, or to get further education.
And the last time you were here, you had one of the founders of this initiative. So
We did.
how does something like this land in somebody's head and then actually become an actual program?
Well, it's actually a national program, and so our founders went to the training and found out about it, thought it would be a great thing to bring to Madison County because we really didn't have anything exactly like it, and we thought it would really fill a need to work with women and give them the skills to become self-sufficient.
And self-sufficiency is a word that we hear oftentimes in many different arenas that a lot of nonprofits are really focusing on, because it's really not about giving people a handout. I mean, and nonprofits understand that.
Right.
We hear oftentimes a backlash against people saying, stop giving people handouts. And the reality is that people who get what we sometimes define as handouts are not looking for that. They're looking for a way to stand on their own 2 feet. They're looking for people to surround them with the support and the resources necessary to feel good about who they are and to be able to provide for their families. And of course, Christian Women's Job Corps stands ready to make that happen.
Right. Most of the women that I've worked with through the years are really wanting to become independent, and not only that, they want to give back to the community once they have achieved some financial security.
So that's like an extension of the whole journey. It's like,
Right.
okay, I've been helped and I want to be able to share in the way I've been helped.
Right. We call it completing the cycle of participation in Christian Women's Job Corps.
Yeah, so a typical experience or maybe a programmatic element of Christian Women's Job Corps would involve what?
Well, if someone needs their high school diploma or GED, they go to our site that offers GED tutoring, in addition to our core classes of computer skills, Bible study, money management, and career classes. The GED program is great because it gives our ladies very close attention with tutors to help them prepare to take the GED test. And not only that, we pay for them to take the practice test and the actual GED test if they don't have the funds to do so. We just recently had one of our students that was in our spring semester complete all 4 segments of the GED and has passed the GED and is ready to move on and do something else now.
And what kind of feeling is that for you? I mean, obviously you're running the program, you have people working for you, you have volunteers that come on board, you got a great board, you got all these people that are involved in the lives of making somebody else's life better, and then you experience somebody who has this kind of success. What kind of feeling is that for you?
Oh, it's exciting. I feel like we're all their cheerleader, you know, and when they do something, accomplish something like that, we get just as excited as they do. And it's just great to see where they came from and where they are now, and they can see really how much they've accomplished in the program.
Yeah, and I believe you would be like most other people who are in nonprofit organizations, that it's really all about making an impact in people's lives and serving them in some way that can help them move to that next level of success. And
Definitely.
That's obviously what you're all about. That's absolutely fantastic. You've had graduates over the years?
Yes. We actually had a reunion recruitment event just a few weeks ago. And what was really, I guess, affirming to us is when they were interviewed, they kept using the word confidence. Christian Women's Job Corps gave me confidence. And that seems to be the thing that so many women lack when they're looking for a job or they're trying to decide what they're going to do, their next step. And they just need to be told, yes, you can do this, and we can give you the tools to do this, and you have people behind you supporting you in reaching your goals.
Yeah, boy, that's got to be just a tremendous thing. Women that are interested in this program, how would they go about getting involved with you?
They can call our administrative recruiter, Sharmika Merriweather, and she can walk them through the process of applying to our program. We're done with applications for this semester for the fall, but we'll be recruiting for our spring semester as well. So we're getting ready to start classes in just a few weeks.
Are there barriers that typically stand in the way of a woman who may want to get involved? And what would some of those barriers be?
There are, and we try our best to help them get rid of some of those barriers. One would be a lack of adequate transportation, and so if they live on the bus route, we're all able to give them tickets for that while they're in classes, or maybe work it out with someone to volunteer to bring them to classes. Another barrier would be a lack of childcare, not having the funds to have childcare while they're in our classes. And so we provide scholarships for the ladies that want to be in our program and have children that are not school age. And we can work with them on a daycare solution and give them the funds, give the daycare the funds for the time that they're in the program.
And those aren't simple things. They're huge things,
They
especially in the lives of those that really need them. And oftentimes I suspect, I know that those of us who perhaps have not had it as difficult, or those of us who perhaps had it difficult but we're a little bit beyond the difficulty, we forget sometimes how easy it is to have a goal and then have this thing stand in your way, something like transportation that we take for granted,
Right.
something like childcare that we take for granted. Not just the resource and the access to the resource, but the cost involved. You know, you've got all those different kinds of things that actually create barriers for people that have to be addressed in order for them to get to that next level.
Right. I mean, there are so many people that think, why don't you just get a job, or why don't you just go to school? And there are things that that logistically they have to take care of to be able to even take the steps they need to take to meet those goals.
Yeah, and of course, being that cheerleader and encouraging them along the way is a big part of that as well.
Yes.
That atta girl, you can do it, you can make it. That's a big part of it also.
Definitely.
Yeah. Well, the Circles Luncheon is your big major fundraiser that you have every year that actually supports the work that you do. So tell us about that.
Yes, this is a great way for the community to come together and learn about Christian Women's Job Corps, get an update on what we're doing, hear from one of our own students the impact it's had on her life, and just get together with your friends and support our ministry that we have in Huntsville. This year we're going to have Rika McCrory, local optometrist, is going to be our speaker, and she's going to give her testimony of what's happened in her life. And then we will, of course, hear from one of our graduates of the program. And it's just a great way to support us and just to find out more about us. And we get a lot of volunteers after Circles. People, they hear the stories and they want to get involved themselves. They see that it's a great program and it works with women, and it is working, it's successful, and they see that and they want to get involved.
You know, the transparency required to share your story. And I was in an event recently that was called essentially The Story. Mm-hmm. And it was talking about the fact that we all have backstories. We all come from somewhere. We all have had experiences, and we can't always see those things when we meet people, because sometimes people's challenges, their adversity, their misery, their despair, their failures are dressed up in nice clothing.
Right.
Or they're disguised by a smile on somebody's face, and we don't, or their success that we see at the moment, and we don't know the journey that somebody had to get there. And the key in all of that is the transparency of one to be able to share with another, to say, well, here's how I got to where I am. And it sounds like part of what happens in this Circles Luncheon is an opportunity to be transparent.
Right. The speakers have to have the courage to just really, tell the details of their life and tell the struggles they've been through and the challenges that they had to meet in order to get to where they are. And we're just grateful that our students want to tell their stories, because I think the story is what gets people. You can give them a lot of statistics and a lot of facts about the program, but what they really want to hear is, how does it affect the women that are actually going through the program?
And people really, at the end of the day, I think, at least I know, let me speak for myself. I really appreciate it when I can sit in an audience and listen to somebody, or watch a show, or listen to a radio broadcast, and the person's kind of telling my story. And it's kind of like when I was going through that, I thought I was the only one dealing with it.
Right.
But then I discover somebody else is going through it, and then I have to also extrapolate from that. There are probably a whole lot of other people that have that same story. And so it actually helps me begin understanding that there is a possibility beyond what seems to be impossible. And to understand that there's a chance to experience hope beyond what I feel is a sense of hopelessness. That's a very powerful experience, and people get that through coming to the Circles Luncheon, which supports Christian Women's Job Corps.
That's right. And we've had people that want to apply to our program after hearing the story because, like you say, they hear the story, they think, well, if that person can do it, then maybe I can too. And it's just very powerful for them to hear that.
Yeah, and that liberating power is really, I think, what is most representative of what your organization provides. It provides women with a chance, an opportunity. Of course, it's up to them to make the choice.
Right.
But you're providing resources and support mechanisms on their journey and in their lives to help make that happen. And that's got to provide just a tremendous amount of satisfaction for you as an organization.
It really does. The women get what they put into the program. If they put a lot of effort into it, then they will be rewarded in the end. They don't always get a job immediately, but when they continue to work toward that goal and not give up and persevere, and we encourage them to do that, they get a job. One of our graduates just started a job Friday, and she had been looking for something for a long time and had done an internship while she was looking for the job. But she finally got the job that she wanted and is so excited and thrilled to be able to start that.
And I'm sure you would agree with me, this program is not just the end, this is the beginning of a journey, that this is one peg in the process of them moving towards this thing that, you know, we call in life success, and that the experience that they have at Christian Women's Job Corps is something that they'll be able to reflect on at some time in their life to say, you know, at this stage of my journey, this was what really made it happen for me. And, you know, 10, 20 years down the line, I'm sure you'll have all kinds of people who've graduated from Christian Women's Job Corps who come back and relate those stories and perhaps mentor other people coming through the program and just offer the support that's necessary to make it possible. And you can see the consistency in that across the board when you start thinking about what this opportunity provides for people.
That's right. When they came back to the reunion, a lot of the women shared their stories, or they sent me an email or call me and tell me just what Christian Women's Job Corps meant for them at that particular season of their life, that they really needed it. And you're right, they continue to work toward their goals. We encourage that. We want them to continue to set goals. When you reach one goal, set a new one and continue down your path until you get to where you want to be. We're all on a journey that, like you say, never ends. We're always looking for the next goal to meet.
Yeah, that's right, and that's a great thing. So tell people how they can get more information about the Circles Luncheon as well as Christian Women's Job Corps.
Okay. We have the Circles Luncheon information on our website, which is cwjc.net. They can also call me at Christian Women's Job Corps, and we can give them information about it. Reservations will be available online very soon. We also send invitations in the mail. You can respond through the mail as well. But yes, they can call me at Christian Women's Job Corps, and we can give them the information they need about our fundraiser.
All right, and we'll put that information on the screen there so that people can see that as well. What is the date, the time, and location of this event?
It's November 7th at the Von Braun Center North Hall at noon. But if you have the time to come early, please do so, because we have tablescapes of local vendors that will be there to display some of the things they sell in their stores. It's always a great way to look at things and maybe your holiday, get ready for the holidays and do some window shopping for that, and just to be able to get what you need for the holidays and see what they have. And it's just a great time to visit with your friends and catch up with people. And so noon would be the actual start of the lunch, but come early for the other things.
Yeah, I could kind of consider that first week of November as being the official start of the holiday season, too.
That's right.
So it sounds like the timing is fortuitous as it relates to what you're doing, and that just sounds wonderful. Elaine Dickson, thank you for being here with us as always.
Thank you.
And sharing all this great information about Christian Women's Job Corps. Come back and see us sometime.
Love to.
All right. We will love to have Elaine back, and we'll look forward to her bringing a graduate back perhaps. Wouldn't you like to see someone who's been through the program and hear about their journey? I know I would. And we'll look forward to making that opportunity happen sometime in the near future. We hope that you've enjoyed the information that we've shared today, and that you will check out Christian Women's Job Corps and the Circles Luncheon It sounds like a wonderful event and a great way to approach the holiday season, which is certainly upon us. And it's never too early to start thinking about how to be a part of other people's lives in a meaningful way. We hope that you will also like our Facebook page at Impact with Kenny Anderson, where you can see a video of this show that you're watching today, as well as behind the scenes images of what goes on when the camera goes off. In the meantime, we hope that you have a great rest of the day and perhaps the week, and we'll talk to you again on our next edition of Impact with Kenny Anderson. Have a great day.